get strong, like a strong energetic shield. And the way this energetic shield works is that, what's up, YouTube? Today I'm just trying to get my energies together for making a list of affirmations. I will be using these on a somewhat regular basis and try to incorporate a lot of the potential setbacks and events that would throw me off of this high energy state. This high energy state being that I'm very inspired and enthused by working on music and making content and making a shift to being free and being able to do what I want. Now, if you are used to being around people who have seen you a certain way, particularly in this people pleasing scenario, or with this tendency to diffuse tension as quickly as possible, what ends up happening is that the people around you feel good, because I think that's one of the desired outcomes. You want the other person to feel good so you can feed off of that feel good energy as well. So in some ways I think it is a selfish interest also. But what happens is that if your goal is to make the other feel good, then you have to put yourself down sometimes, because you notice that only when you put yourself down, make yourself seem lower than you are, it's kind of comforting, because you quickly notice that as you're becoming really good, or you are really good at something, expressing that causes this weird reaction from the other. It has this effect that they take dislike to you. And this could be envy, jealousy, whatever it is. And of course, they respond or react in a way in which they have to hide their distaste for your doing well. And this is a natural feeling. I noticed this even in myself when I've been in that particular state of being where I was not my best. I noticed that I would take a dislike to people who were doing really well, and I would make up any kind of reasoning which would fit that projection. And so I can understand it. I can understand why people would do that as well. But I think in knowing this phenomenon and becoming a little more aware about it, it's opening me up to developing a kind of immunity, which of course requires some work to get strong, like a strong energetic shield. And the way this energetic shield works is that you just pay attention to certain things people say or do, which makes you feel lower level emotion, like you get an inferior feeling, or you feel like your pride has been hit. So you feel humiliation, or you feel shame, or you feel guilt. All these are thoughts which put you in a lower energetic state. And what most people would say is that you have to feel that way. They want to justify you feeling that way because they want to punish you. They want to punish you for whatever, for anything. It could be anything. But to protect your energetic state, you could just be aware of this fact. And whilst it is good to be aware about your mistakes and learn from it, if you go into that guilt or shame mentality, of course your body and mind does not want to live there. So you just figure out a way to rationalize it instead. You think that, yeah, no, it is actually the other person's fault. No, actually this person is such a loser for saying this, whatever. You're trying to fight fire with fire basically. But in these energy dynamics, it's good to be aware of that. And what that does is it opens up this possibility of being unaffected. You can still take ownership for what you've done, but you can take ownership from a high energetic state. basically still fully accepting yourself. And that's where acceptance is a very strong energetic state to be in. So anytime you notice these projections being hung upon you, either by specific group of people or society at large or anything like that, radical acceptance of even the possibility that, yeah, you were wrong, even though you might not have been. Just accept yourself wholly. That's a base point, a base energetic state, which is already a very high shield. And now, to further bolster your shield, you can go in with humility and gratitude. So, humility, the energy of humility is that you know you're good. It implies that in its word, but you don't have to rub it in people's face. You don't have to say that, oh, you are the best, you are this, you are that, to make them feel low. You could just be, and that's humility. Gratitude is another very strong energetic shield and booster, I would say. Gratitude makes you appreciate things you have and gets you into a state of happiness. And happiness is super nice. It's a good energetic state to be in. And out of happiness, you can spread happiness. Basically, you become a kind of walking mood. So wherever you go, the mood changes. You notice that it's a quiet room. And the minute you go there and you start speaking to people, everybody's comfortable, everybody's nice and happy, making interactions. And basically, as your energetic state is higher and higher, I think your circle of influence increases in physical space. Of course, it could also be through media, but definitely more noticeable in physical interactions, because this is the first proof you get about how do these energy dynamics work. And so this was a quick recording about this. Thanks for watching up until